What is going on? We are back in black in the building. Man, shout out to everybody out there at the Court Plantation doing what they need to do to survive. How was y'all Easter Sunday? Did you say Easter speech? Did you cook an Easter dinner? Now, don't go to everybody's house on Easter. I had some family members. You can't. I'd rather eat out of dumpster than eat at their house on Easter dinner, on Easter Sunday. I mean, how's just nasty? Motocross in the middle of the living room type shit. But anyway, shout out to everybody out there at the Court Plantation doing what they need to do to survive. I'm your boy, Warren G, the place B. Been Clarence like Reed since 2003. Shout out to everybody out there. We're going to go down the name. We're going to go down the list. Shout out to the homegirl, Shawnee. Philly in the building. Shout out to the homegirl, Erica. Florida, a.k.a. Florida, in the building. Shout out to everybody out there in Arizona, Miss Tanya Latanya. Shout out to them. Shout out to all my Vegas people. Shout out to all my Vegas people, all my siblings in Vegas. Shout out to them, handling business, working, doing what they need to do. Shout out to them. Man, shout out to the homegirl Jerica in Vegas also. And shout out to my two brothers, my OGs. My brother James Youngblood and my other brother David for No Compromise. Y'all know I always gonna fuck with y'all. Y'all in high regards in my book, so shout out to y'all. And last but not least, shout out to the homegirl, Melina from North Carolina, a.k.a. North Kakalaka. Man, we gotta, man. I'm advising everybody, go watch that series about Nickelodeon and your boy Dan Schneider and all the shit that they had going on. We're gonna talk about that today. Let's get it. Man. You're like, why you talking? Look, let me tell you why I'm talking about this. Because they're going after Puffy. They're trying to go after Cuba Gooding Jr. They're going after Marcellus Wiley. They're trying to go after anyone that they can. They already got R. Kelly. They got so many of our... I would say they've put some of our black celebrities, whether they're guilty or not, in a henpecked position or a Chinese finger trap on purpose. So now, you go after our people, let's start putting everybody else on blast. So that's why we're going to talk about this Nickelodeon thing. I forgot what it was called. I'm going to look it up right now, but y'all need to go watch this shit. Let's see, because there's something on here. Hold on, let's see. What was it called? Yeah, it was called Quiet on Set. That's what it's called, Quiet on Set. Let me see if I can get a couple clips, just real quick clips, because we're going to get up out of here. I don't got a lot of time. Let's see, Quiet. Let's see. Quiet on Set. Let's see if I can find Quiet on Set documentary. That was, man. Let's see if I can find something. Here we go. All right, here we go. Let's see if we can find something. I just want to find a little something.
Looking for an easier way to get that.
And the reason why is because they can't wait to put us on blast. I'm not condoning what Puff Daddy and them did, but I'm just saying they can't wait to put us on blast. But when you start talking about their asses, it is quiet on set. It's like the shit don't exist. So we're going to talk about it today. For real.
90s. Nickelodeon was kid everything. And you better hope that your house had cable.
Wasn't there to educate you. We were there to have fun, to get slimed, to be entertained.
And this is when Dan Schneider arrives, Nickelodeon's golden boy. He created these shows that were hugely successful for them.
Hold on. Let's see.
No one had ever really done sketch comedy starring kids for kids.
He launched the careers of child actors who became major stars.
For 20 years, he shaped children's entertainment and culture.
Thank you for being here.
But that marked one of the darkest chapters. working for Dan was like being in an abusive relationship.
So Dan Schneider, if y'all don't know who he is, I remember him. Nerd motherfucker that was in that show called Head of the Class. Head of the Class was like an 80s show. And he was like the nerd on the show. And he co-wrote that. That's why he had so many lines. I used to watch that show and I used to always be like, this dude is the most dumb. Like, why do they even have him on here? That's why. So he's on the show called Head of the Class, and he was a big-time writer for Nickelodeon. But really, he was like Harvey Weinstein, but for, but in a different type of way.
Dan's treatment of people on his shows was an open secret.
So my lawyer filed complaints, gender discrimination, hostile work environment, harassment, and it was so devastating.
How safe can any kids be in that environment? There would be even bigger problems down the line with actual pedophiles on set.
Now, this is what is going on. What is it? Drake and Josh, the Drake or Josh, one of the motherfuckers, one of the damn speech coaches was molesting his kid the whole goddamn time. And they didn't even do nothing. They should have sued Viacom. They should have sued Nickelodeon. They should have sued the shit out of their asses. But they just let that shit go. No, persecutors that did, he only did like 16 months and got out of prison and went to go work for Disney.
These are 3 predators who worked at Nickelodeon, all in a short amount of time.
Hey guys, we're ready for you.
And we're going to talk about it. And one of the guys on there is a white dude. They had a brother. Of course, you don't know they're going to get a brother, but they had a white guy on there that was wanting to pray and all of a sudden had one of the kids' emails and was emailing the kid. And I'm like, well, that's already inappropriate. Where are y'all parents at? If I'm emailing any kid, then that's a problem. I should be emailing the parents. You know what I'm saying? He emailing the kid and the kid emailing back. And of course, she's telling the mama, oh yeah, such and such on the set, email me. A black mom would have been like, and what the fuck are you doing emailing him? And that black parent gonna go and confront you and be like, hey, don't be emailing my motherfucking daughter, son. The fuck you think this is? See, black folk, we have what's called a moral compass. So a lot of times we gonna be like, well, fuck it. Then we just ain't gonna get the money because you ain't gonna just do what the fuck you wanna do with our kids. But a lot of times the dominant society has set that precedent that fuck it, just turn a blind eye so you get paid. Yeah, get paid all right. That man that was working for Hollywood was molesting that boy from Drake and Josh for years. And then the boy from Drake and Josh, his girlfriend was the one who discovered it. His girlfriend's mama was like, why the fuck is this grown-ass man calling your phone 30 million times? We gonna handle this.
It was a toxic environment. It made me trust people less.
We were there for so many hours. You get comfortable with people until you're not.
I had no idea what I was saving my son from. It was a house of horrors.
They find this enormous trove of child pornography.
The officer said we found Ziploc bags, each one with a girl's name on it.
11 charges of child sexual abuse related to a child actor.
It made me wonder who was being hurt.
I've been waiting 17 years for today.
It wasn't dealing with anybody on the shows or anything, right?
It was a child actor.
On one of our shows.
Yes.
Have you ever told your story publicly before?
I just wanted to give y'all a little clip of what the fuck was going on. But I want y'all to research it for yourself. You like, well, why you talking about this? I'm talking about this because they did a Surviving R. Kelly. They did a motherfucking, man, they did a whole goddamn fucking shut it down for R. Kelly. And any other black artist that did something wrong in their eyes. But then when it comes to them, they throw these little documentaries out there. We don't put it on blast. Put this shit on blast. Everybody need to go look this damn documentary up. Go watch it. And make sure you send it to every motherfucking foundational black American that you know. Send that to them. Send this clip to them because shout out to the black parents. Them black parents was all over their asses. There was one sister on there. She was not playing that shit. She was from New York. She was like, nah, man. I was the problem parent because they wasn't finna do that shit to me. And the kid, the Drake and Josh kid, the molester was able to seek and sow discord between the kid and his dad. His dad was like a helicopter dad. He was all over his kid. And the dad used to be like, I don't like this man hanging out with my son. I don't like this man hanging out with my son. And that pedophile dude, whatever his name was, I forgot his motherfucking name, he was able to get in between the son and the dad. So he made it where the son was like, from Drake and Josh, was like, I don't want you to be my manager no more. And got in between him and the dad, and then told the mom, like, he's not good for Hollywood business and all this other stuff. And then he was molesting him the whole time. The whole fucking time. Separating the kid, you know, from the parent. And then that kid ended up throwing his ass under the bus, and there was a whole bunch of people that wrote letters about this pedophile motherfucker, and then they had to recant their statements because they were just sticking up for him, treating the kid from Drake and Josh like he was some fucking senile motherfucker, but he had witnesses. His girlfriend at the time, mom was like, why the fuck is this 45-year-old man calling your phone this many times? What the fuck is going on? And then he finally kind of was like, oh, well, you know, trying to make up excuses because he didn't want nobody to know. And then the mom was like, nah, we calling your mom, we calling a therapist, we calling the motherfucking police. So this is the type of shit I'm talking about when you want to enter Hollywood and play all these Hollywood. This is why Corey Haim and Corey Feldman is so fucked up. Because of all the bullshit that they went through when they was kids and they grew up in Hollywood. This is what happens in Hollywood. That's why, like, oh, I want to be in Hollywood. No, you don't. Keep your kids away from Hollywood. Get their asses some books. Give them Dr. Clyde Anderson's Black Larry White Well. Every time you think about Hollywood, you give them that book and tell them to go sit their ass in the corner, shut up, sit down, and read that goddamn book. You know, goddamn Hollywood. And if you're going to be in Hollywood, you better be with them every step of the way. I don't care if they got to use the bathroom. You better be outside that bathroom. I mean, outside that motherfucker. Knocking on the door. You okay? You good? Don't leave your kids on set with these dominant society people so they can just do whatever the fuck they want to do. Then one man that was on the damn documentary Quiet on the Sweat said this motherfucker was so bold. Like I told you, he emailing the daughter, this lady's daughter, and they having correspondences. And then this motherfucker, this is something he should have sent to the mama. I'm thinking he sent this shit to the mama. This nigga sent a video to a little girl of him butt naked jacking off, talking about, I'm thinking about you. And the little girl got pissed off like, hey man, like it was almost like she was the adult. Like, hey man, that's fucking very inappropriate. And she told her mom, let me tell you what the response should have been. She should have told that little girl's dad. That little girl's dad, he should have got some good old boys, and they should have went over there and they should have handled that. Sometimes you gotta teach motherfuckers a lesson. Then he would have known not to play with people like that. The motherfucker doing all this shit. That's what I'm saying. And Nickelodeon tried to have it. Nickelodeon, Viacom, they full of shit. And Dan Schneider was treating those women awful on that set, and nobody said nothing. And they allowed him to do that shit because he was the cash cow. And when they couldn't make no more money off him, they finally let him go. After this man then ruined so many kids, like, and he didn't like no niggas. They just put niggas on there just so they wouldn't face no backlash, but he didn't like none of the black kids on there. He didn't like none of the black girls or the black kids. He couldn't stand the black kids. And Dan Schneider was a fucking goober, bowling ball head nerd that no bitch was gonna fuck with him, so he was treating women awful. Cause he knew he couldn't get no women in real life, telling bitches, oh, give me a massage and all that. Hey, nigga, you at work. That's what I'm saying. This is the type of shit that goes on, and we sitting up here okaying it, but then we want to go hard on everybody else. I'm not saying that what P. Diddy and them did, they don't need to be held accountable. But what I am saying is, let's start holding them motherfuckers accountable too. Because Dan Schneider was a wolf in sheep's clothing. What do you mean want a wolf in sheep's clothing? Well, because he knew he had power to change and stop certain shit, and he didn't give a fuck. So go check this shit out, man. I got shit to do. I got things to handle. Hey, man, you already know what it is. Check this out. It's called Quiet on the Set. I think it's on HBO. Look it up, please. Dave from No Compromise, James Youngblood, man, whoever, Melina, look this shit up. Guilty, nigga. I'll holler at y'all.